so weird when I don't have to like wait for it to go live. I'm just live. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are doing well. We're back here again with another episode of the Detox Podcast, episode 304. To be exact, that's when this will be airing. I believe it'll be 304. If you're new here and enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing. We've got a whole bunch of that stuff going on around here. When you do subscribe, leave a like or hang out with us in the live chat like you're going to do today. It helps us share conversations and laughs like this with more people. So do consider doing that. Now, before I can introduce you guys to my guest this week, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about vacations. It's that time of the year, that time of the year being any time of the year, you deserve a vacation. You deserve a getaway. There's no better place to do it than with today's video sponsor, Alpine House 2. Let's be real, nothing feels better than that getaway, whether you earned it or you didn't. And Alpine House 2 is the spot. It's a classic Swiss chalet duplex A-frame log cabin located in Iron River, Michigan, directly across the street from the Ski Relay Resort, if you know where that is. Surrounded by the forests, lakes, rivers, more specifically Iron River, makes Alpine House 2 the destination for fishing, hunting, hiking, and more. Just beautiful, especially this time of year as the seasons are changing. It's getting warmer out. You get to go outside, do some hiking, some sightseeing. Iron River, Michigan's beautiful this time of year. They've been pretty regularly booked up, I would say, over the weekends, especially during the winter months because the ski resort's right there. So you might be able to snag a good deal here in the next few weeks. So reach out to them at Alpine House 2 on Instagram. That's at ALPINEHAUS number 2 on Instagram at Alpine House 2. And tell them D-Rita Detox sent you. The worst could happen is they're going to set you up with a great vacation. So shout out to Alpine House 2 for sponsoring another episode of the podcast. Now, with all that good stuff out of the way, I'm excited to be kicking it with my guest this week. I know next to nothing about them. This almost never happens. But I know that they're good people because they're a friend of the show, Coco, who's been on the show a million times. They work for 1,000,001 theme parks, or have worked for 1,000,001 theme parks, and apparently have done some dumpster diving in their day. That's all I know. So we're going to get into some fun stuff. Let's give a wet detox welcome to Jane Green. She's here in the building, wearing green too. Look at that. Did you coordinated that?
Sure. Yeah.
Is green your color? Is that?
It is actually, yeah.
All right, I respect it. And then Coco
emerald.
showed up. She's off camera, but she showed up in Shrek attire as well. So you guys are like themed today, and you got the tassels. I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And you're Coco's homie, so we know we've got good people in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked to Coco a bunch about her working in theme parks.
Yeah.
You work in theme parks as well.
I do. Yes.
How long have you been working in theme parks?
Since about 2018. I've had probably 5 or 6 different jobs there. My first one being Starbucks.
Starbucks in the theme park.
Yes.
How is Starbucks in the theme park different from Starbucks outside the theme park?
Well, the one I worked at is definitely the busiest Starbucks in the world.
Really?
So, like Christmas Day, the line would be about 3 hours long for people just getting hot chocolate and stuff.
I'm going to tell you something right here, right now. There is no coffee in the world that's worth 3 hour wait, especially with all disrespect, Starbucks.
Yeah.
There's no way I would wait 3 hours for Starbucks. I wouldn't wait 10 minutes for Starbucks.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
I understand.
But okay, so you the busiest Starbucks in the world. That's insane. So just the pure volume is going to be the biggest difference.
Definitely. Inside the store, there's actually 2 Starbuckses, so the lines divvy out, and each side is like a full working Starbucks. They have several ovens, all that stuff. So.
Damn. What were you doing? Were you working the counter? Were you whipping up the sandwiches or barista? What were you doing?
I did it all. So the easiest job is definitely greeter, but you ring them up, or you grabbing their coffee, or you're just making hot drinks the whole day. Yeah. Luckily, the rotations are like an hour each, so you're not stuck there the whole time.
Oh, so you you're in one position for an hour and then you switch positions?
Yeah.
Damn.
Thankfully.
That would piss me off if I got in a rhythm though in one position and then they were like, "Yo, it's time. You got to move on."
I mean, the amount of people there that get carpal tunnel though from the job, yeah. There was also a position that was just restocking ice and sweeping the floors, and you just did that for an hour.
Really?
So it was a lot.
How many people you have working at one time usually in the biggest
Each side
Starbucks?
had probably 15 people working, so there's probably 30 or 40 working per day.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
That's a fully stacked Starbucks. It has to be for a 3 hour line worth of people.
Absolutely.
God damn. Okay, so you've done Starbucks in the park. What other positions have you held in theme parks?
I moved to Florida wanting to be a lifeguard, so I did eventually do that. I did at Universal first, and then I worked at Disney's water park and some other hotels as well.
Yeah.
So
what's it like being a lifeguard in one of these big major theme parks?
It's fun. Both parks have very different training, I guess. So
what's the training like? Extensive or non-extensive?
It's very extensive, actually.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, and with the job, like, you have to upkeep, I forget what it's called. They just call it in-service, but basically you keep up proficiencies every month. So every month I have to go in 2 hours before park open and just do, like, CPR practice and other, like, rescuing practice.
Yeah.
And they'll, like, go over things where, like, if something had happened the previous month where, like, someone got hurt in a pool, they would make sure people knew how to get them out of the pool the right way,
Yeah.
I guess.
How to handle those situations.
Yeah.
What's the most, like, normal annoyance as a lifeguard at a major theme park, whether it's Universal, Disney, whatever? Like, what are the common things people are doing to mess with lifeguards or that you have to resolve?
Honestly, drunk parents, I think.
Drunk parents?
The worst.
Okay.
Yeah, the amount of kids, like, specifically at the volcano one that I was working at, like, little kids, if you're under 4 foot, like, you have to have a life jacket on.
Yeah.
And so the parents would just be at the bar and they'd just ditch their kids. So, like, how do I enforce making them wear it if the parent doesn't even know? There was a girl who, like, came in the pool 3 or 4 times and would take the life jacket off after I, like, made her put it on. Yeah. And would continue to drown once the waves turned on. So,
God damn, yeah. What do you do? Just let them die at that point? Like,
no, you just jump in every single time.
You have to save them every time?
Great.
Like,
yeah.
Hey, I wouldn't have to keep doing this, man.
And I'm like, you understand what's happening every time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
So
that's frustrating. Any kids, like, poop in the pool? That's, I feel like, got to be common.
I'd say once a day.
Yeah?
I think, yeah.
Really?
We would close, yeah.
How fast do you guys have to get that cleaned up?
It depends. They have specific people who do, like, the water testing, and so it's their call, but I'd say it takes 20 minutes at the minimum.
Yeah.
So we would just close the wave pool. The rest of the pools would be open, but yeah, it's...
Ever get a mess like that on a slide or something? Like, any kid ever shit their pants? That's what I feel like that's something that I have feared as a child. Like, maybe I kind of had to go, but I'm having a good time with the homies. Yeah. And I don't want to get it. I just waited in line. Sometimes it's a ridiculous amount of time at a theme park to get to this ride. And me and the homies are getting a 3-person tube, and I'm sitting in the front. I'm holding that in. I don't want to shit, right? But it could have happened. I could see it happening to somebody.
I have never seen it on the slides per se, but part of, like, our training is if we see anything that looks like it in the pool, we have to grab it with a glove. Whoa. So the one time I did see it, I was deep enough that my face had to go under, which was horrible. But yeah, I grabbed it and it was, so there was that.
What was the texture of it? Was it a soft poop or was it like a hard turd?
It's very, like, Little Debbie-esque, you know.
It's probably a small person. Yeah, that's fair. They gotta be careful too, because they serve pretty good food at these theme parks, but I'm sure it's not good for you.
Yeah, no.
You know,
there's no way. I don't know if they ever serve chili, but definitely pizza and stuff like that.
Yeah, greasy poops. That's good. What do you ever, like, you have to stop people from, like, fighting, or, like, what other shit, like, something I try to do at every water slide I've ever been on is stop myself. I feel like everybody and if somebody tells me that they've never done that, they're lying, because I go down the slide with the homies, even just by myself. Sometimes what would happen is I go and I know my friend's behind me, so I'm like, oh, I want to try to stop myself so my friend will catch up to me. It never happens, but it's always like a hope that maybe I can hold myself on the wall long enough.
There's this story I heard one time.
Okay.
It's kind of a tangent. In California in the 90s, like, a high school, I think, was doing, like, their senior trip or whatever to this water park. And 40 kids did that, and the slide actually collapsed, and they all fell out of it. But this never happened at my ride. So
damn, bro.
There's a reason they don't do it. Yeah. There's, like, obviously weight limits and stuff, but you know.
Water parks are crazy, man. Something about a water park. I mean, I haven't been to one as an adult, or at least not in a long time. But something about a water park as a, like, teen just made me want to do fuck shit. Yeah. Like, I just got there and I'm like, I got the itch. Yeah. I'm like, I want to do something wrong. I don't know what it is. Like,
I'm itching for crime.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm just trying to do, like, where is the line and how do I get right up on the line?
Yeah. I know for sure after working there, like, I would never let my parents go, just from, like, how many people I see get hurt and stuff on the slides. So, I mean, and the water's just gross, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like they're pumping it with so many chemicals. Like,
they are, but, like, you know, if you put a Band-Aid over a fart, does that make it go away?
I don't think anyone can put a Band-Aid over a fart.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the same thing at all, actually.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, what else goes wrong at a water park? Or what's like your least favorite part about, we'll get into the best in a second, but what's like the worst part about working in a water park?
The worst part? It's honestly still the drunk people,
Just
but
drunk
like
people.
even out of the water. I remember cuz I also have worked security at one of the water parks. And so there was one point where we like threw a family of 11 out because they were screaming at each other in line for food. And so it was like it was like 2 separate families that were together with like strollers and babies and stuff. It was.
What were they fighting about?
I don't even know. I think they were just drunk.
How do you kick 11 people out of a water park? Like how many of you did you need to kick 11
There was
people?
probably 10 security guards, but the first thing we do is call the police too.
Oh,
so
okay.
they'll write them like a trespass for that. Of course it is.
That's not fair. You should do
Of
it.
course it is.
Yeah.
They have their own zip code. Of course they're gonna call the police.
I got so much rage built up. That's why I could never be a security guard, because if I got that moment where someone was really testing me and I was like, "You guys got to leave," and they were like, "Make us," I'd be like, "Thank you." And then some dangerous things would happen. I would be like, "Let's fucking go." Okay, so that's fair. You call the cops. That is cheating, but I get it. It's safer probably that way.
Yeah.
And you just like walk them out. You just escort them out, dude. That would suck. Could you imagine like paying to go to one of these big theme parks for 11 people and then getting kicked out? Like, you are so stupid to waste your money doing that.
I know. It's like $70 a person too.
Yeah.
So
God
that's
damn.
a lot of money.
That's actually scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. So you've done. We got Starbucks and we got water parks, where you were a lifeguard in the water park. Mm-hmm. What else have you done in a theme park industry? Because you've been doing it now, like what you said, like 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah, I've been in Florida for 7 years. So theme park wise, I've done a lot of jobs.
Do you just love Florida, the state of Florida too?
I like Disney. Honestly, that's really why I moved there.
Yeah.
So
fair.
I like it. I can't stand the snow here, honestly.
Okay, then you're in the right spot.
But I like that I was taught to drive in it. So
yeah, fair.
But yeah, after that job, I think I was a lifeguard again, and then I transferred over to watercraft, which is where I drive the boats outside of Magic Kingdom.
Whoa! So you drive, like, what kind of boat? For people that are ignorant or unfamiliar, what kind of boats are these?
I was trained on the launches, which are a set of wooden boats that opened with Magic Kingdom in the 70s.
Whoa!
So they're pretty old.
Like, how big is this boat? What's this called? Can we pull this up? I want to see what this looks like.
The launches fit, I think, 40 people in them.
What is this? What will we look up? Disney launch boats?
Disney launch, yeah.
I'm interested to see, like, how big. And you're driving this.
Yeah. So.
This is a big boat.
Are there gators in there, bro?
Yeah. For
Fuck
sure.
that.
For sure. For sure there is.
Could you imagine if someone went to Disney and their kid fell out, got eaten by a gator, bro? That'd be so bad.
Well, you know about the 2016
I know.
thing, right?
No. I know that they have like won't Disney, I don't want to get you in trouble, but I'm pretty sure there's a thing where Disney won't let people die at the theme park.
They won't let them die?
Like, they'll get you out. If they know you're going to die, they'll get you off the fucking premises so they can always say that no one has ever died at Disney.
Mm-hmm. They do that at the other park as well, where they would rather them just call the time of death once they're in the truck instead of on property. For that sake, but
damn, somebody's fighting out in the hallway right now. That's awesome. Okay, the Disney boat. So you drove this boat. Can you pull this up again? That's your list there.
That's a big boat.
That's a massive boat, dude. For you to
it's
be driving.
not that big compared to the other two that they have.
I'm sure,
The
but
other
still.
boat holds 120, and then their largest boat holds
Are you
200 people.
This is like, so bring me into like, what is a situation in when I would be riding in one of these boats? Is it like I show up to Disney and I have to take a boat to go somewhere, or
that boat specifically is if you're staying at one of the hotels on the lake. The really big boat is just if you're parking at Magic Kingdom at all.
so it's like a transport to the park?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can't
Whoa.
park right out front.
Yeah.
So it's either the buses, the train, or the boats.
Damn. So is this like a canal that they have that
Yep,
like?
it's man-made, Doug. The man-made part is 14 feet deep, and it's connected to a natural spring that gets 40 feet deep. And there's otters and turtles and stuff in there as well.
Whoa, dude.
So there was a guy actually who had.
Can you look up an aerial view? I kind of want to just see like what that looks like what. Because is it just like a bunch of different little trenches, or is it just like one long trench that you're just constantly?
It's just a huge lake that they've built. There's some
dude.
islands in there.
Oh, they probably.
Or if you type
Like
in
aerial-
Bay Lake or
Bay Lake.
Seven Seas Lagoon.
So it's like the big lake, and then they have 3 major hotels
Mhm.
around.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And then the park.
Dude, see, I've never been to. Yeah, I don't know. Click any one of those. What is this?
Like the hotel.
That
Is this it?
that is Bay Lake, yeah. So that's the natural spring part of it, that little island out there. That actually used to be Animal Kingdom before it was Animal Kingdom.
I don't think I comprehend how big Disney is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
big.
think I actually understand. Is that?
Yep.
Oh, this is a map. Okay,
Yep.
this is what I want. This is what I want.
Yeah.
Can we make this full screen? Can you like right click that and make that full screen?
Yeah.
Um,
So the part on the right is the natural spring. The left part is the part that was dug out.
Actually, open it.
Just yeah, that's whatever. just save it or something. I don't know. Oh, we're not giving them free ad.
Oh.
Look at us. Not there we go.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay. So where the hell are you Where are you riding this?
Well, the very top to the right, that's where they park them at night.
Yeah.
And then, in the morning, they send them all out. So this map isn't actually correct because there's like 4 hotels. So you're just sent on a route. So like Gold Route will be Polynesian and Floridian, and you'll just take them back to Magic Kingdom. You just do that loop over and over again throughout the day.
Dude, this actually was. I don't want to disrespect Disney, but this actually makes me scared to go to Disney. It's like too much. I don't know how I would feel like I'm missing out on something.
Oh yeah,
And I don't have the money to
There's
go
like
multiple
20
times.
hotels
Yeah.
at that park, and
Like-
they're all staffed.
There's no. I just.
Islands, and you gotta go to Disneyland.
I've
That's
never.
the speed.
Okay, yeah, I've never been to Disney either one. So like, I don't. Maybe I'm not built for it. But now I'm thinking like, I thought maybe I would go one day in my life, and now I'm looking at this like, well, if I go once, there's no way I'm gonna experience all of it, and I'm just gonna be sad about whatever I miss.
That's why you go again. Or you.
I
or
can't
you
afford
bring
to go
someone,
again. I
or
can't
you
afford to
bring
go
someone
once.
like us who like knows everything. you
Yeah,
know?
that's why. Well, and now we got the map.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Exactly.
your day to day, you come in for work, you like, give me like, you punch in, and then what? You get on a boat with a bunch of people, and they drive you to the other boats, and then you get in your respective boat and start just picking people up and going around.
Yeah, for the boat job, I parked at one of the hotels. I would walk across a bridge, clock in, and then they basically tell me who I'm going or what kind of boat I'm going to,
Yeah.
and I would just do that until I get my first break. You know,
Wow, dude. Well,
if
that's
it's
cool.
if there's lightning, they close, or if it's
I didn't realize. I'm like actually in awe. I didn't realize how big it was.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just for one park.
This is one park.
Yep, and that's not even the biggest park. It's Animal. Yeah.
The parks aren't all connected.
Nope.
They're
Yeah.
like 20 minutes away, so like my friend,
Turn this off. Get this off.
I would be at
Cut.
Animal Kingdom, and then it'd be raining by me, but not by her, because we're like 20 minutes away from
That's
each other.
ridiculous, dude.
Hmm.
So you have to even choose. I'd have to within this park. There's multiple hotels, so I'd have to choose a park, and then within that park, I would have to choose what hotel. No, dude, Disney is too big.
It's so good though.
It's too big. What is it? Okay, are you pulling up? Is this even bigger? Like all of them? Like how far away they are from each other? Oh my God, it's massive. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a whole town.
Yeah.
It's like the villages in Florida. It
like-
takes 30 minutes to drive through it.
That's ridiculous, dude. It's like the Grand Canyon. It's like, I mean, that's what like I remember I visited the Grand Canyon and I was like, wow, this is cool. And like we showed up, like you get to the sign, and then it was like driving for 30 minutes or 40 minutes to just get to like halfway through it
Yeah.
to a place where you could park. And I was like, holy shit, I didn't realize how giant this was. And that's what I'm starting to think. Disney is the Grand Canyon of Florida. Yeah, that's massive, dude. So what's it like working in, maybe not Disney specifically, but just like any one of these theme parks, dude? Like, you know, I worked in retail, I've worked in the service industry, and there's days where you're just not feeling it. You know, you come in from work, you're tired. People are on their second, third, or fourth coffee, just trying to get through the day.
Yeah.
Like what's it like at a you know, there's got to be a time or a day where you're just not feeling it and you got to go. Like, how does that work? You're going to a place where like you essentially have to be, this is the most magical for lack of a better term, day of these people's lives, and you just gotta like kind of shut off all the random human shit going on with you.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm not in a position where, like, you know, I'm not a face character, so to speak. I have very set parameters of, like, the type of magic I can make, and, you know, I feel like I can handle it even unconsciously.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it's really bad, then just, like, don't go to work if you're going to ruin someone's vacation type thing. You know?
Ever seen a coworker ruin somebody's vacation?
I ruin people's vacation every day.
Oh,
that's
okay.
my job.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. What like do you have? What's like the worst? So when I work in retail, you know, there's certain people you work with that just suck.
Mm-hmm.
They suck to work with. What are kind of people that suck to work with in theme parks? Like, what does that look like? How could I be a bad coworker to you at a theme park?
At my current job, there's not really anything like that, but like specifically Starbucks and stuff, like
that makes
there
sense.
would be people just not doing their job for their whole hour. So you get to that position, you're like, so you did nothing the whole time. Cool.
Yeah.
And it's catch up time. So
I think it would be funnier if they I know Disney like would never do it, or Universal would never let like the characters like be a little bit more lax with them, but it would be hilarious if you just saw like Luke Skywalker just like sad eating lunch, like he's just having a bad day scrolling. Could you imagine the videos people would take of like Luke Skywalker just like sad eating a fucking burger or something?
Not sad. I've seen clips of they let Goofy swim in like the pools and stuff with the suit. Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
And that is pretty funny to watch. Yeah.
I might.
Well, it's like he'll be in the lazy river in the tube because he would like drown, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Because it would get so heavy,
right?
Yeah, it would get soaking wet. There was this video I saw the other day. I think I might pull this up actually myself. There is this guy on TikTok who he's Luke Skywalker at one of them, and he was blazed out of his mind.
No,
there's no way he's not high, and like they're talking to him, and every comment is like Luke Skywalker, like he's in a galaxy far, far away right now, and it's like his eyes are. You know the video. I showed him Kenna the other day. It's so funny, dude.
At the park?
Yeah, dude.
Oh no.
What's a Peter Pan, I'm like, okay, what's a character you think Disney or Universal needs to step it up on when it comes to the actual park?
Like add in? I don't know. Let me think. Like they definitely slack on Pixar. They could definitely have more Pixar characters, in my opinion. I flew to California just to see these two Pixar characters that they're never gonna have out again. It's from that movie Elemental.
Yeah. Why did you want to go see them so bad?
Oh my gosh, because it was my favorite movie for like a year.
How did you find out? Like we're just doing one weekend only. We're gonna have these two characters.
It was a Pixar festival. So they had like characters from Luca and like all the Incredibles and stuff. So I flew there just to meet.
Did you get to talk to them?
No, they didn't speak, and they didn't sign either, which was upsetting.
God damn, yeah. We flew all the way out there.
I know. I saw it in theaters 13 times. So yeah, no biggie.
You saw the same Pixar movie 13 times.
Yep.
Theaters.
Yep.
In the theater.
Yeah.
So. Movie tickets are not cheap anymore, so that's like what, $12 a pop, probably $12-13 each time, times 13.
Yeah, just felt like it.
Yeah,
just really liked it.
Did it still hit the 13th time? It was still hitting.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, I respect that. Is that the most times you've ever seen a movie in the theater?
Honestly, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, good. I was hoping the answer would not be a no. I was scared. I had a moment. I didn't have a lot of trust in me asking that question. I got scared.
I saw the new Looney Tunes movie 6 times.
Yeah. Well, I had to support animation. It was that good. It was.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. When we say faced characters, what does that mean?
That means so there's fur and there's face. So fur means you don't see their face. Face means you see their face.
Do you think, I just asked this the other day because we were talking to a comedian that they had like a weird mascot at their high school. Do you think there's a correlation between people that play one of these characters and being furries outside of Disney? Or are there any people that work at Disney or Universal that also are furries?
I'm sure there's a few. I mean,
there's gotta be.
Honestly, fur characters is like the gateway to becoming a face character. Everyone wants to be a face character, you know?
Really? Is that like a big status? Are you like kind of a celebrity?
Absolutely. I know girls that won't get tattoos in hopes that they'd become a face character one day.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the, like, it's so interesting. It's like a different world. It's like its own version of, I don't want to say like high school, but like celebrityism, right? Where it's like everyone is striving for this weird specific thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What does it get you, like, other than when you get to be like the person, like if you're Cinderella, like, yes, that's cool, the kids want to talk to Cinderella, whatever, but like outside of it, then are you like now the popular person, like people are like, oh, that's Cinderella, like she plays Cinderella?
I guess so. I mean,
have you ever been to a party with somebody who was a face?
Absolutely not.
No. I feel like the face people get down. They get down crazy.
No, but backstage definitely you can tell when they are, and I'm like, ooh, they're untouchable. Like one of them complimented one of my tattoos. I was like, oh my god, thank you.
Ooh, that is big time.
Yeah.
If you could play any faced character, who would you be?
Merida, for sure.
Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense.
Definitely.
Who's a least favorite character of any park? Someone you have beef with. If you had a 1v1.
Dopey.
Dopey?
Yeah.
Like the
Dopey's
the
face
dwarf?
character. No. Maybe. I don't know. I guess Dopey. Or like, yeah, Dopey kind of, I don't know. I like Goofy because he's always like 6'10". He's always so tall. What other characters?
Do you know him beneath the mask?
No, I don't.
Oh.
No.
6'10" and you're fucking playing Goofy?
No,
you're
no,
not
no.
in the
They'll
NBA?
be like,
what are you
they'll
doing?
Be like 6'4", but
okay, that's a little bit more respectful.
Always
I was gonna say, if there's like
tally.
Shaquille O'Neal that's playing Goofy, someone needs to slap the shit out of him.
Yes.
Where you met a Goofy?
I met a Goofy. He was I don't remember what country he was from, but he had a beautiful accent. He was very handsome.
Goofies are like
always
that.
Tall
He
and
was showing
lanky.
me
Yeah.
how to do the Goofy signature. They have to have a specific signature, and there's like tricks to get it exactly right. So I think like the G is a 6. And like different things like that. So he's like flexing. He's like, this is how you do Goofy.
Yeah, what's like a weird? Okay, so Coco brings up a good point for if the case that wasn't picked up on the mics. It's like she met a Goofy and a guy who played Goofy, and he was explaining to her how he had to do the signature, and apparently there's a specific way that they have to do the signatures. Yeah. That's like a flex that he knew how to do it. What is another like subtle Disney flex that like if you were at an outing and with other people that work at Disney, different levels, different jobs, what's something that somebody would do that's kind of like a status symbol?
It's kind of against the rules, but like some of them would wear their uniforms like accessories outside of work, which is totally not allowed.
What does that mean? What accessories?
So like, for example, when I was at Starbucks, I remember there was this guy who would come through and he would always wear his Jungle Cruise hat, which you're not supposed to do because what if people notice it and they know that you work there then? So just stuff like that. I mean, you're never supposed to have your ID out so people could see.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Where do people from Disney or Universal go to hang out when they're not working?
Jelly Rolls, which is closing, and then Southern Nights, the gay bar. Oh, I think there's a gay
Jelly
bar
Roll.
that's
What is
really
Jelly
popular.
Rolls?
It's a
What is
dueling
that?
piano bar. I've still never been.
You've never been
Really?
to Jelly Rolls?
No.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's so fun.
So it's a dueling piano bar that people go to.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
on Sunday, hold on. Bitch, put me on the mic.
Okay. Jump in the mic.
flippin'
Jump in
mic.
the mic here.
This one? Okay.
Let people know.
Let me tell you.
I'm gonna pull this up anyways here in a sec.
All right.
Coco's got a statement.
What's up? Glad I did my makeup today. Okay, so Jelly Rolls. I don't want to look at the camera. Jelly Rolls, Jane, let me tell you. So on Sundays, they have it where Disney employees get in for a discount. I think it's only like $4 to get in because there's like a fee to get in. But anyway, so they do the dueling piano and they do like whatever songs you want. So you could request like, oh, do Pink Pony Club. And then they're playing the piano and they're singing into the mics. And then it's like a whole group karaoke. So everyone's singing along. It's so much fun. And then they do a bunch of like, I was never there when Encanto came out, but bro, singing Encanto songs with a group of people.
Bruno. Oh my god.
Yeah, so yeah, that's
Did
pretty much
you
Jelly Rolls.
ever go to the dance hall that's right across from it too? There's like a
No.
21 and up dance hall. It's completely free. I've gone inside, but
no
never
one told me
danced.
about it. I went to places that weren't like in Disney. I went like downtown. So have you ever been to Cowboys?
That was the one, not Southern
that
Nights.
gay?
Yeah, it's gay.
I didn't know that was gay.
It's a gay bar, yeah.
Oh, I just thought
Oh,
it was
for sure.
fun. That explains it.
She said, I was just having so much fun.
I was
I
having
thought
a
it
great
was
time.
something
Okay,
else.
I'll let you get back on your show.
That's fair. The Coco takeover. There. Let's give it up for
Coco tangent. Hey.
No, that makes sense. We're getting some Orlando. This is Orlando, right? This is this is Orlando lore here. This is I found the video of this Luke Skywalker who's high as fuck. You can't tell me he's not high. This video just cracks me up. I don't know. He's having a totally normal, or what I imagine a totally normal conversation at Disney would look and sound like. I've never been. Yeah. Switch it to the X, all the way down the X one. Yeah.
They actually live in this really interesting world called Disneyland, actually.
Look at his eyes.
So you're not from Batu?
I'm not from Batu, unfortunately. I am from Disneyland, however.
All right.
Nice.
I can't say I made it to that part of the galaxy.
You should check it out.
I like the way his mouth moves.
It's a place, it's a planet full of wonder and magic, fantasy, you name it. It's full of magic.
It sounds like its people are very connected to the Force.
Yes, they are.
Wonderful.
By the way, what was it? You got any plans for
He's
the
got
spring
dry.
this
You
year?
can tell he's got cotton on too. He's
I'm currently
fucking
looking
licking
for
his
the
mouth.
Lost Jedi text.
Look at his
What are you
eyes.
doing here,
Pause it
Batu?
right now.
Ooh,
Pause
do
it
that
right
as-
now. Oh fuck! Let him
long as it
let me
takes
see his
time.
eyes again.
Well,
Get a good. Now let's make that bigger.
He's off the gummy.
I'm telling you, bro. No. Like click the 3 dots on the corner of Google Chrome, and then just make the whole thing bigger. We need to see this guy.
yes, indeed. I was looking for you this whole time, Mr. Skywalker.
That's fine. Look at his eyes, man. What do you think? 1 to 10, how high?
Oh, man.
1 to 10, how high you think he is? Let it play. I
What
guess.
movie is he even dressed
Sure.
from?
How are you doing?
Skywalker.
I don't even... But, like...
Hey.
Wonderful. Where
For Return of the Jedi.
do your allegiances lie with the Imperial?
Look at that! He's high as fuck, bro, at Disney. You can't tell me he's not high. Or it's allergy season or something. I don't know, man. Dude, honestly, this is my Luke Skywalker. This is my favorite Luke Skywalker. It's so, I don't know. Something about the way he's talking and so funny. This guy is super innocent content creator. Just like goes around and like, it's like Miles' magic moments. Shout out to him. He goes on, he just does shit at Disney and like talks to people. And I don't even think he has like, I think he turned comments off on some of his other videos because of this, because everyone was commenting. Click the comments. Luke Bong. Yeah, dude. Luke Friedwalker. Luke took a blinker off the Obi-Wan.
Do you think that guy still lives there?
Oh, dude.
I'm sure he does. Maybe that's not his normal, like, role. Who knows?
Oh, dude, I don't know, man. That just makes me so happy. I hope he doesn't get fired for this. This is like,
No.
that's cool, man.
So quick to fire people for that.
They
Really?
would probably just never bring Luke Skywalker out again, honestly. Yeah.
I think like
No
if you
way.
do something-
Luke's too big of a character to not. You're gonna not have Luke Skywalker at Galaxy's Edge.
I've never seen him. Normally, it's always people with masks, like the white guys. What are they called?
The Stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers. I'm not versed in Star Wars that well. The white men, yeah. Oh my gosh.
I love that.
That's
That
true,
is
they
my
do have
favorite.
brain.
Like that. Somebody needs to turn that into like I need a Star Wars edit of this Luke Skywalker.
I think someone just told him they were his father, and he's crying in the back. So
Maybe.
that might
Yeah.
have been- that might have
Maybe.
been why.
Yeah. There's no way. That's amazing. All right, you can
Oh,
pull that down.
man.
That was worth it. That was worth the wait. Yeah. No, I mean he's doing great though. He answered all the I mean, respect. He answered all the questions good. I feel like that's everything you would want out of a Disney.
Absolutely. I know
Yeah,
the
I
way
feel
he
like-
described.
get the same questions every 3 days.
And think about it. Yeah, exactly. You probably do need some sort of drugs to deal with some of these people. There's some people that are just. Do people? You know how people like clip farm
Yeah.
on Twitch and stuff? Do people
Oh,
fucking magical
God.
moment farm? Like they go up to like every character
yeah.
and they ask them like some super
Inappropriate
clickbaity
thing,
like
yeah.
like they're like, yeah, let me get a magical. I'm trying to finesse some more magical moments. Like, dude.
Yeah. Like there's some things you just shouldn't ask, like about current events. They're not supposed to be caught up with like current stuff. So if
Well,
you're like,
I
what do
noticed
you
that
think
too.
of Chapel Roan? Tinkerbell will be like, huh?
That's what like even he asked him. He said like something about like, oh, I have this coming up in the spring. Like, well, he said, Luke, what are your plans for the spring? And he was like,
Oh.
because he's not supposed to like. It sounded like he's not supposed to like kind of
Yeah, it's just
comment on current. So
things
he's just
in
like,
the
oh,
lore.
I'm here in Batu looking
Yeah.
for this, and I'm gonna do that as long as it takes.
Mhm.
Like that's a very calculated answer
Yeah.
to not give away. Like he's not Like he's not giving away a time frame that he's like doing something
No,
or anything.
Star Wars specifically is also a day frozen in time. So like you
Mm.
can go the same day or several days, and it will be technically the same day in Star Wars lore.
Whoa.
So they're not going to change
And
anything.
other parks aren't like that.
No, there's some parts of like Animal Kingdom that
When
is.
are we
but-
gonna get Kingdom Hearts at one of these parks? Do you know Kingdom Hearts? Are you familiar?
Yeah, I never played, but I know the fan base is
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah. What's up with
They
that?
never make merch or anything. I don't know why.
How come they don't even have it in Japan?
They don't make
I
any.
don't
Why don't
know.
they just don't want to make money off the franchise?
I
Like,
suppose. I mean, they're finally now tapping into the old stuff like Goofy Movie and God, I wish they would make Treasure Planet merch, but
yeah, dude, I love that movie.
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just stuff they know they'd make money on. Like
It's just
Frozen.
silly. Like they did 1 year. There was 1 year a few years back where like Spirit of Halloween got like a license from Disney to do like Keyblades and shit. And
Oh, yeah.
dude, and they were immediate. I remember I saw it 1 year. Always go. Like, you always check out all the Halloween stores when they
Yeah.
pop up. First day I go in, I'm like, wow, dude, that's so cool. I'm gonna come back. Maybe I'll get one of these because they're just cheap little plastic Keyblades.
They're
I'm like,
gone.
oh fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
Next day, dude, gone.
Yeah, and Disney okays that, so they know that people want that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we know
know
that we
why.
could just print money. Why would we not do that? I don't know.
Right.
And then they have the characters at the park. In Disneyland, they do a lot of like characters that they don't do at the other
Yeah, I heard that they had them there like once or twice, and it was a big deal. There was people coming to see them. But okay, give me like, so you've done, have you done any character work or no?
No.
So you've just done, you've done Starbucks, you've driven the boats, you've worked in the water parks. What else have you done?
Technically security, but that was
Security
not very
too.
long.
Security, and then have you like operated rides?
Now, yeah, I'm
Oh.
doing that now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. Is that fun?
Yeah,
Fulfilling?
I like it a lot. I really like the safety critical roles, which is like security and lifeguarding and stuff, because it's kind of higher stakes than the normal stuff. So I feel like my job is a good like mix between it. It's not super heavy and like you'll kill somebody type thing.
Mm.
I still could, but
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean,
Jesus
you know,
Christ.
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Get rid of some of the
Yeah. Just I'll book them a flight to Disney and pay for their hotel stay.
Are you on Mine Train still?
Yeah.
Talk about that. That's one of the longest wait times.
Oh yeah, I think it's the most popular
So
ride.
what
in my
what
park.
ride do you work?
I work at the Snow White roller coaster.
Whoa.
Let's call it that.
We'll call it that. Okay.
Yeah, it's very good. It's based off of a ride in Japan that already existed. So,
What's so cool about it? What makes it so sought after?
it's definitely, I consider it a kiddie ride. A lot of kids like it. It's not like super scary, but it is like pretty fast. It's so smooth. And then the other thing is it's on a barrel, so the barrels like roll when it does like a sharp turn.
That's kind of
So,
cool.
Yeah, it's definitely
Oh wow.
a
that looks cool.
classic that everybody loves. Yeah.
I will say, like, I went to a place called the Timber Ridge. That was the only vacation that like we went on as kids. That was like 20 minutes from my house, and just the fact that they had 2 water slides was a really big deal. So I could, whenever I see images like this of like this ride or the other rides that we're talking about, it does look dope. I would have loved it as a child. I don't know that I can afford to go or will ever go, but if I ever had kids, maybe I would try to bring them because that does look pretty sick.
It's a good one.
That's fun.
Yeah. In the morning, people like I'd say at least 100 people line up for that one, and also Tron, those most popular ones.
Yeah,
for
Tron
sure.
is sick. They're making a new movie finally. They've
Yeah.
been sitting on that IP forever, so that's
I
cool.
know.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about Disney. I know we do some other stuff aside from Disney. One of which I mentioned earlier is dumpster dive.
Yeah, I dumpster dive
Okay,
in my free time, of course.
what
when
is
I'm not
that?
working.
Give me a step by step into dumpster. Like, what does a dumpster dive look like? Like, what do I wear? What am I looking for? How do I enter the dumpster? What am I?
It's like Target. The dumpster tells you what you need, type thing. So, you wear stuff that you wouldn't mind getting dirty, obviously.
What kind
I'm rarely crawling into the dumpster, actually.
Yeah.
But it just happens sometimes. So.
What kind of dumpster are we talking? Like big industrial, like?
No, there's like certain ones that are absolutely you cannot go into because it's super illegal. But there was like a law passed, I think in 2010, saying like cops could go through your trash to like find dirt on you, basically to arrest you. So in doing that, they made it so it's like legal to dumpster dive for everybody else.
Whoa.
The only thing they can really get you on is like trespassing. So
Sure.
there's ways around it.
So
but
when you're like out, you're looking to hit up a good dumpster, like what qualifies that? Like what would I be looking for in a dumpster to be like, ooh, let's check out that one. Let's stop and check that one out.
honestly, I do mostly retail. So like I know Five Below will always have stuff, and like Aldi's as well.
Okay.
But mostly like furniture stores and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah. What's your best? Okay, give me like your best come up off a dumpster dive. Like, what was your best thing you've pulled out of there?
I do a lot of like metal recycling. So that one's like kind of profitable. Five Below, I feel like it's definitely one of the best ones. Also Ulta.
Whoa.
I get
Lots of makeup?
not like lots. They do throw away a lot of metal as well, but also like their displays and stuff are kind of cool. I've got a lot of wicked stuff.
When you talk metal, are you like collecting aluminum and then like recycling that for money?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll fill my Prius up.
Wow.
With
okay.
metal. But yeah, it's not super profitable, but oh my god, I found copper before, and copper's expensive.
Yeah, how much copper did you find and what did you get for it?
It was a couple pipes, just from like a CVS. I could tell they just refurbed their bathroom or something, so I think it was like $40 of copper.
Wow.
Yeah, just went and recycled it, but all different kind of stuff. You just think of where you would shop normally or where you would want to shop if you had like extra money, and
yeah,
I just go and find stuff
what
there.
What are like the common hang-ups or maybe dangers of dumpster
Ooh.
diving?
Florida, I see a lot of armadillos and raccoons too. Lots of raccoons.
Armadillo in the dumpster?
Not in, but they'll be around, living around.
You gotta
the
fight them
dumpsters.
off sometimes?
No, they're scared, but raccoons aren't scared. So.
I've never seen an armadillo in real life. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's a lot of them in Florida.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would they fuck you up if they wanted to? I mean, they're scared of you, but like,
No.
could they fuck you up? They got like,
No.
they're the ones with like.
Have you ever seen it roll into a ball?
That's what I'm saying.
Ye-
They roll into a
no.
ball and they've got like the fucking pads on their back. Like they got like
Yeah.
fucking armor on.
I know when they're dead, they're like super toxic to touch. Like you shouldn't touch them when they're like roadkill. But I don't think they're, deadly. I don't even think they could bite me.
They have claws then.
They're little, they're
But it's
little
kinda like
nails.
bunny-
Do they? So
bunny
are they kind of just like rats with armor? Like
Yeah,
they just like
they're so
they're eating in
cute.
the garbage too. And
There's one in my neighborhood. I'll jog and they'll see me and run away. Love
wow,
them.
interesting. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're fighting off raccoons and armadillos to get this Ulta bag.
Oh my gosh. Also fire ants. I'm so allergic to fire ants. And I've gotten bitten so many times by them
Really?
in the dumpsters. Yeah.
God. Okay. Give me this. When you get into the dumpster, then
Hmm.
are you like looking for big items, or are you like getting into like a bag? Like you see a bag, you're like, okay, there might be something in there. Let me rip that bag open.
Five Below for sure. I'm like ripping into a bag. You can kind of tell because they only use clear bags most places. But like CVS, I can tell. Ulta has something called a soup bag where they'll pour all of the makeup products into one bag to kind of like deter me from wanting it. It doesn't, but yeah. So I'll like cut the bag open. You kind of pour it in a box.
Dude, isn't that
and-
so pathetic? So sad.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's
this
literally a tax write-off. Like
yeah, this is the product that we are taking a loss on anyways. Like we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
throw it away, but we want to make sure
yeah,
nobody gets this.
it's so irritating.
Tell them about your suitcase.
My suitcase. Where did I get my suitcase?
What's your suitcase? What?
Damage it, so they like spray painted it.
Oh yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond when they were open. I have so much stuff just covered in red spray paint because
Because they were throwing it out.
yeah, they do that so that I can't return it again, which is fair.
I've
but-
heard that about certain like luxury brands too with like clothing.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they'll like just like someone will like before they like salvage it or throw it away, like someone will just like with a knife just like put a big cut in it. So it's
Yeah.
like, all right, we know this is damaged. No one can
Coach
return
does
it.
that to their purses. They'll slash them.
Yeah.
When I used to dumpster dive at World Market, they would do that to all their furniture too, which was irritating. But
So if you like, do you keep any of this stuff or?
I keep a lot. Everything except my couch in my house is from the trash or from someone else.
Whoa.
So
How do you know? How do you sanitize it when you get it home?
just Clorox.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping over.
That's fair.
That's
I don't-
wow.
I guess I don't take much home that's like cloth.
Okay, what was like how did you get the idea? Like, I know dumpster diving exists. Like everybody, I feel like it's a thing everybody knows about. Not a thing many people think to do. What was like the push that you were like, oh, I'm gonna start doing that? Did you see somebody doing it and you're like, that looks like fun? Or did somebody tell you, hey, I got this out of the trash? Like, what inspired you to even jump in a dumpster?
Honestly, it was like YouTube. There's a lot of people that will just YouTube their diving hauls and stuff, and a lot of them are fake. But there's a few that, they'll just... There was one girl specifically, her name is Brefkist. She dives around Texas because that's where she lives, but she dives at like apartments. Yeah. So it's stuff people throw out of their house, and she's gotten a lot of good stuff. She basically has a yard sale like every 6 months, and all the money she makes is just from stuff from the trash. Wow. So that, and I like keeping stuff out of the landfill,
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have a love for the game for sure to be able to deal with that. Yeah. What do you do, like an everything shower when you're done? Like you have to, I imagine. Like.
Yeah, I
do. Get in there. I bet. What else is going on outside or in Orlando? Like what else is happening out in the armpit? That's what, right? Florida's like the armpit of the U.S.
I suppose. Yeah, I guess.
Orlando's a little nicer area.
We just had that train built. I saw a photo where it hit a car. So there's that.
What train?
The Brightline train. It's a train that goes from the Panhandle down to Miami.
Oh, nice.
So I haven't done it because it's $100 one way.
Oh, I did hear about this. Yeah. Our public transport sucks, dude.
I know.
It really does suck.
Yeah. My dad drives that free one down here.
The Hop?
Yeah.
He drives the Hop?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I ride the Hop all the time.
Really?
Yeah. I probably have, dude. That's badass. Dude, I will find him. I will find him. I will send you a picture of him.
Yeah, he's got a look.
He's got a
certain look.
Dude, they used to host a podcast on the Hop. It was called Hop on the Hop.
Really?
And I was actually supposed to be on it when I had this show last year that was going on, and the host just wasn't available. Oh. But they said yes, they wanted to do it, and I was so pumped that they hadn't done the show in like 3 years, but I was like, I don't care. I just want to do the show.
So please let me on.
I was like, we can use my shit. I don't care how we do it. Let's just do it.
Dang.
No, that's hilarious that he rides the Hop. Okay, what like living in Florida versus Wisconsin? I feel like so many people that live in Wisconsin, they hit a certain age, meaning like they become a senior citizen and they move to Florida anyways.
Yeah.
Why are Florida and Wisconsin so linked?
Because it's so cold here and it's so hot there.
Yeah.
I had met a guy who lived up in Minocqua in Wisconsin who I just met him at a flea market, and I was carrying something that was Disney, and he was like, oh, I work there. I was like, where? He's like, oh, I'm a gorilla trainer, but he's a snowbird, so he only goes for the winter, I guess.
He trains gorillas at Disney?
Yeah.
You guys have gorillas?
So I went and found him. He was actually still there during COVID. So he was kind of old, but
do you guys have a zoo at Disney?
They just got a new baby Bengal tiger.
Oh, they have the Animal Kingdom. That makes sense. Yeah. Disney scares me, man.
No, don't be scared.
I don't know. That's
Accept
just a lot of money.
Into your heart.
I guess, yeah. Sometimes I loved a lot of Disney product. I love their IPs.
Oh yeah.
They just own everything. It freaks me out.
Yeah. You like their movies, you'll like their parks.
Do you think are you dating anybody?
Mhm.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want kids one day?
What the
I ask because there's been this debate on TikTok. The reason I bring it up, I know we're segueing hard here. I ask because there's been this debate on TikTok that people don't actually want people don't want kids. They just want babies.
Ooh, I don't
where it's
want
like a very
either.
there's a lot of people that like very selfishly like to check it off the box. Like check off the box. Like they're like, I got to get married, I got to get a house, and I got to have a kid. But they don't actually want a kid. They just want a baby that they can pose for the photo op. Because they don't want a lot of people don't understand the responsibilities of being a parent. I've been seeing that be talked about a lot.
What I wonder is, are they having them just to ensure that like they have good end of life care? That's my thing.
Whoa.
It's like, do you have kids so that you're taken care of like at the end?
Yeah.
Which is so selfish. So. But no, I signed up to be like a big brother because my parents also do that where they like.
What is that?
Big Brother is like, it's a program where they'll take kids who like, if they have single parents who are working when they get home from school, basically like if they get home from school and no one's home, then they'll like attach them to another set of adults, which are my parents, So my parents have been the big brother of this kid since he was like 8, and he's now 15, I think. And they still like they'll see him a couple times a month and see how he's doing. They could like help him with homework or whatever, but
So it's like literally just to like have parents around.
yeah, extra set of adults.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty legit.
takes a village, right?
Yeah, oh, that's legit.
Yeah.
So you do that, but you probably I'm in the same boat where like I'm not like really thinking about having any kids anytime soon, but like I just think about like it does freak me out because I know people like that in real life that like they just think they like have to like check all these things off, like they're just like getting these things done, like oh, I'm this age, so I have to get married. And then it's like they start dating somebody 6 months, they're like I need that proposal, I need that ring, like we need to keep going. And it's like I don't know, man, do your thing. Everybody's timeline is different, but I do think it's weird, and it's definitely selfish if you're like, oh, I just want to have a baby just because babies are cute. And like it's like it's like when someone tells you they want a dog because they really just want a puppy.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but you're gonna have to take the dog out, and like the dog's gonna get sick, you know, and you're gonna have to take care of it and get it shots.
They'll stop agreeing to the outfits, so what are you gonna do then?
That's what I'm saying. Like eventually your kid is gonna reflect and mirror a lot of like the good or bad parenting that you gave it.
Exactly.
And you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. A lot of people don't want to do that, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. Not in this economy. Absolutely not.
Oh yeah, fair.
No
I mean,
way.
yeah, if we're having to,
no way.
if all of our furniture is out the dumpster, man, and
right.
You know, that's
right.
Dude, I know it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. IKEA's getting more and more expensive too.
Right?
It's wild out here.
I built my own shelf the other day, and I spent $140 in wood. And like, it's big, but it's like not that big. Like it's probably the same size as that hutch.
Really?
Yeah.
For 100 and how much?
130 just in the wood, not even including my like labor and
time.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the way it turned out though?
It looks good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, IKEA next time, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's the same price.
Yeah, I think it might even be a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. I could get it used or something.
Yeah, and it was easy. You could have got it out of the dumpster.
I know. Or my Buy Nothing group.
What is that?
It's a Facebook page. They have them all over the U.S. where like I'll put in like Buy Nothing my city, and it's just people in your area who like instead of giving it to Goodwill, they would rather give it to other people for free. So oh my gosh, I get so much stuff from there.
Buy Nothing. That's cool. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
What other groups are you in that are interesting or
so many? Let me think. Sewing for beginners. Oh my gosh. I don't know. There's a bunch of Disney ones, obviously, that I'm in.
Yeah. Well, Well, I know we're kind of getting close. What time are we at? We're not at. Oh, we got some time. We got a few minutes left here. What else? So you bring up Disney again. Give me the best part about working at Disney or Universal and theme parks in general, because obviously there was something that pulled you in, and obviously there's going to be irritations and annoyances, whatever. But you've been doing it now for a while. So you must enjoy it on some level.
I do.
What is, for you, the best part about doing this?
Honestly, I just get to see, like, so many different people every day. And that is definitely one of my favorite parts is, like, I get to ask everyone what their favorite vegetable is. And I get a different answer every time.
Why? What's up with you and the vegetable thing?
I just want to know. What's your favorite vegetable? Mine's tomatoes and cucumbers, which are vegetables.
I thought tomatoes got reclassified as fruit.
I don't.
They transitioned to fruit.
I don't adhere to that.
You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. I gotta call tomato a fruit now. I respect tomatoes. Whatever they want to be called, I will call them that. Is potatoes a grain though, isn't it?
It's a root, but I still consider it a vegetable.
Oh, then it's definitely potato.
Yeah.
If that's an option, it's a potato. If it's not, then I don't know. I mean, like, I don't mind carrot. I know a lot of people hate carrots.
Carrots are
I think they're
most
fine.
popular answer.
Yeah, I think they're fine. I can just eat them.
I had a guy say spinach was his favorite vegetable.
Spinach is, you know what?
How is that your favorite?
But here's the thing. I guess it depends on the context I'm enjoying these vegetables in, because spinach in shit is good.
Yeah, but like raw, you can eat
it raw? I'm in a salad.
Yeah, I would eat it in a salad and like Subway.
I guess, yeah, but I can't eat it by itself. Whereas a potato I could eat by itself. Carrots I could eat by itself.
Same.
What about anyone ever say broccoli?
Yeah.
Do you ever ask them, do you clarify like Raw
I go
or
cooked or only raw. Someone said cauliflower. Ew.
That's
Ew.
sick. That's sickening.
I don't like
No, if you eat like raw cauliflower or raw broccoli, like we actually should do a wellness check because
I
those
don't mind
are.
eating broccoli raw. I'm just afraid with the little bugs on them. You know.
What are bugs?
There are little like they're like mites, I guess. If you look really close, it's like a 50-50 chance it's on broccoli, I think. In my mind, at least.
Whoa. Is this broccoli out of the dumpster or is
No,
this...
no.
Okay.
No.
Mm.
I rarely pull food from the dumpster, okay?
I hope.
It's always eggs or
broccoli mites.
what else? Onions. I pull onions from the dumpster.
Is this what they look like?
Yeah. But see, they're so visible. Like, I check mine now before I eat them raw.
Oh, now I'm terrified.
Don't be scared. They're fine. I feel like that would be like from somewhere where they don't wash it, you know?
I'm scared now. I can't even lie to you.
What? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I didn't know that was a thing. Now I do. Now everybody. That's great, dude. No, it's good that you said that because sometimes I get self-conscious. I'm like, man, there's not a lot of value in this podcast. Like I just talk about jerking off every week, and there's nothing.
What?
There's nothing good. There's
What
nothing
the
good
hell?
that comes out of this. But there, every once in a while, people learn something. So now you guys know. Check your broccoli, because these mites might get you. So we learned something today. That's good. Thank you for
Fair
that.
enough,
You've
yeah,
taught us that.
that's no problem.
Yeah, no, but I couldn't imagine eating raw. I've eaten raw broccoli a few times, and it's so bad. It's like one of the worst.
I need
Yes,
a sauce,
it is.
but
It's so bad. Yeah, you got to dip it in
vegetable
something.
tray, you know, I'm in.
Yeah. No, it's fine cooked. It's fine. I think most vegetables were fine cooked too.
Yeah.
You know. but-
Celery.
What about onion though?
I don't eat onion raw. You?
Yeah, dude. Onion is actually. I mean, not by itself, but
Raw.
onion on a burger, onion on
I've just
in a
now,
pasta.
yeah, acclimated to raw onion on burger.
It's
I used
good,
to
man.
not get it.
No, onion rings.
They're okay.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
No, that's shit. Oh, what about the blossom? The thing from
Ooh, love.
Texas Roadhouse
Yeah,
or whatever.
Love the
Yeah.
blooming onion.
Come on, man. Yeah. Put some respect on onions. They do have the big downside of the onion breath thing, but other than that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so you get to learn a lot of people. What's like anybody special that you've learned their favorite vegetable?
Yes. I was at a Comic-Con this weekend and I asked Elijah Wood his favorite one, and also the guy who played Pippin in Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
And Elijah Wood said Chinese broccoli, which
Chinese broccoli?
Yeah, I didn't think it was a thing. I looked it up. I've eaten it. It just kind of looks like oh my God, I can't remember what it's called. Not.
Oh, it's like broccolini.
Yeah, it
Looks like asparagus.
Looks like another Chinese thing I've eaten, but
This is Frodo's favorite.
yeah, Frodo's favorite vegetable. he told
Vegetable.
me. And Pippin
Did
said
you ask him
carrots.
if he would wear hats? That's my favorite. Or wigs.
Does he
Maybe
wear wigs?
Will he wear wigs?
Vin Villy Vevigs.
Okay, so this is what Frodo's eating. What does Pippin eat?
Pippin eats carrots,
Oh,
is what
okay.
he said.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
That's what you need. That's what you need to. Are you a big Lord of the Rings fan?
Not super big. My family was really into it, but I'm a big Star Trek girl.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't really care for Star Wars, if I'm being honest.
That's an L take.
Yeah.
It's an L take.
That's cap. Oops.
Yeah. So what am I missing on Star Trek? Why should pitch everybody that's listening why Star Trek is better than Star Wars?
Ooh, I can really boil it down.
Give me like the
If
yeah.
I was in Star Wars, I would be on the bad guy's side because they sweep their hallways. And they don't do that in the Resistance. It's too dusty. I can't do the dust.
Okay,
So.
but why is Star Trek better?
Because they're clean. Because they're clean.
Why should I enjoy? Yeah. Why should I? If someone's never watched Star Trek, give them 1 to 3 reasons why they should watch Star Trek.
Like, I don't know. I guess is it like Marxism where like everybody gets a job? I don't know. My dad says Star Trek is like socialism, so like nobody owns anything, and like, but the alcohol's free.
What? What are we saying? What is? I'm not even following this.
How do I?
What is
word
it about? What is Star Trek about?
Star Trek? It's about space.
What about? No, it's not about space, dude. There's got to be there's a plot. Like
It's
that'd be like if I
like-
told you Star Wars is about space. It's not. It's about family and drama
It's about like voyaging to different planets, I guess, and like getting them to join you.
Are they getting them to join something?
I think so. I think it's like their government or something.
She doesn't even know what
Now
Star
that
Trek-
I
she
think
doesn't even know
about
what
it,
Star Trek is.
That's not true. I really like the J.J. Abrams ones. I haven't watched.
People
many
hate
of the
those
old-
ones.
I love them. They're my favorite.
Why?
Because they're
Yeah,
good.
what about them is good?
What about them is good? They're just a good. It's a good movie.
Pull up the fucking Harry Styles quote right now.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
This is you. This is you. McKenna's really working today. This will be the last thing we have
Not
you pull
the
up.
deep sigh. Oh God.
This is what you just gave me.
It feels like.
I asked you, why is this your favorite fucking movie?
No.
And you said,
Not from Don't Worry, Darling.
you have to turn it up because I think the sound is. No, don't tune it all the way up. It'll be too loud. Halfway is good, yeah.
It feels like my favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a movie. It feels like a real like.
And Chris Pine is just
know,
like, kill me,
go
please.
with
Someone
a-
please spit on me again.
Movie that,
He was in Star
kind of
Trek.
the reason
know.
why you go to watch something.
And he
on the
wants
big
to die
screen.
right now.
No.
That's a terrible.
He
that-
liked it.
You close that tab before it starts.
The movie is like it feels like a.
Wow. So you just we just love the movie because we love the movie. That's fine.
I don't know what it is about it.
Okay.
It's cleaner.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with just
That's
liking a
my final
movie.
answer.
You're wrong, but I like that you like it. I like that you like it.
Soup.
All right. What? God damn, bro. I got all these car dealerships trying to talk to me right now. Stressful buying a car. You ever bought a car brand new?
No.
It's
brand
not-
new.
Not brand new, but
How
it's
do you
like
afford that?
it's newer, but
Oh.
they're just expensive, man.
What are
And
you
they're
trying to buy?
A CRV, a Honda CRV.
Oh.
It's a nice car.
Is that a hatchback?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
like
hell
I have a
yeah.
RAV4 right now, so
Ah,
it's like
hell
the
yeah.
Honda version of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like RAV4.
What do you drive?
Prius.
Oh
And
yeah.
RAV4.
A Prius and a RAV4.
Yeah.
There you go. Toyota
Mhm.
girl in
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, I think I'll get a truck next.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
So I can dive. So I can dumpster dive.
You're gonna so you can throw shit in the bed of the
Mhm.
truck? Wow.
Man,
Do you go with anybody or is it just you solo?
No, I try. It's just not that fun. Well, I took you once, but yeah, we went to Aldi's once, but
I was just in the car though.
my God, I mean, the Prius hatchback is nice, but it's been so full. Sometimes I'll be turning around holding a computer chair and it's hanging out of my trunk as I'm driving home.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
No, you are fun to dumpster dive with.
No, but you didn't do it, bro. You got to get in there. I know some people that would get in there with you, so I'll have to send them your way.
Yeah.
They're-
You said, "Do you mind if I go in the dumpster quick?" You didn't ask me to do it with you.
It wasn't a plan. You guys just like actually went to Aldi and you were like, actually, I'm gonna check out the dumpster real quick. You just wait here in the car.
The real, like, because I've never been caught is the other thing is I'm so afraid of being caught. So, like, the only way that makes sense in my mind is, like, to have the getaway driver.
Hmm.
And then I just run in and out real quick.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn, that seems stressful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able
It's
to do all
fun,
that.
though. I
Is
like
there anything we didn't get to today, or any questions for me, or things you need to get off your chest before we wrap? This is your first time on a podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, congrats to that. First
Thanks.
time.
Yeah.
You're doing great. What is something that is there anything else that we didn't talk about that we need to talk about before we wrap up?
No, just watch your vegetables, I guess.
Yeah, wash your vegetables. That's good, dude. You're teaching us lots today. I appreciate it.
Followed Buy Nothing page.
Hey.
Oh, Buy Nothing. Yeah, and check out the Buy
yeah.
Nothing page. You're putting us on to some game today.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you taking the time and coming out and hanging out with us. I know we kind of barely fit this in before you went back, so I definitely appreciate you being flexible with that. I want to say a quick shout out to everybody that tuned in during the live premiere of this, or if you're watching or listening days after over on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast from. Just a shout out to you guys as well. I want to say a quick shout out to our patrons too. If you guys are interested in getting behind the scenes access to extra podcasts, extra videos, as well as a series where I break down how I mix, master, write, record every single one of my songs, go to patreon.com/DarrenRita, and you can help support the channel for as little as $1. Also, quick shout out to Alpine House 2 for sponsoring another episode of the show. And with all that being said, this has been episode 304 of the Detox Podcast. I will see you guys next week. Peace.